Now improve your English by answering an interesting question. If you want to get stronger, it's important to practice.
Hi, I'm Eric. Welcome back. Once again, it's time for speaking practice. Today's question may seem pretty general, and maybe you'll feel a little strange trying to talk about something you don't have any experience in. But don't worry. The task is just to give your opinion. It's a basic agree or disagree type question, and whether you agree or disagree doesn't matter. Either way is fine. However, getting a lot of experience and exercising your imagination, well, that's what's most important right now. And that's what I want to help you with. So, if you're ready, let's get started.
Speaking practice, number 17. Today's question. Explain whether you agree or disagree with the following statement. If you want to succeed in business, being outgoing and friendly is very important. Once again, we have a question that is not too difficult to understand. And instead of being about school, it's about business. This is a great chance to practice a clear and simple question. So I hope you try. If you see this kind of question on the TOEFL, it's an independent speaking question. You have to explain which option you would choose, and you have only 15 seconds to prepare your answer. Then you have to speak for 45 seconds, giving details and examples, explaining your idea as clearly as possible in that time. Want to try? Like I always say, practicing is the best way to improve. So think about what you would say to answer this question. Then, when you're ready, let's take a look. Example answer. I agree with the idea that being outgoing and friendly is very important in business because business relies on good communication and positive relationships, which come from being an outgoing and friendly person. Any task an individual can do well might be done better by a happy group of people who can cooperate. Also, I think business is like a team sport, similar to basketball or soccer. Team members who can't communicate well can't work together efficiently and probably won't win many competitions. In addition, competitive businesses must not only develop good relationships among partners, but also good rapport with customers. For example, my mother always used to go to a supermarket that was far away from our home because she liked the friendly staff and said that everything seemed brighter and more organized there.
Now that you've had a chance to look at that long model answer, what do you think? Was my idea anything like yours? The question asked you to think about the importance of being friendly and outgoing for business. I said it's important. I think all businesses have relationships with partners and they want as many customers as possible. Since being friendly and outgoing is helpful for building good relationships, I think it must be helpful in business too. Did you think something completely different from me? If you did, that's fine. Your speech may be better than mine. That's because the most important thing is to speak in a good order and include a lot of details and examples. And this time, I wanted to include a lot in my speech. I tried to make it longer on purpose. I'll talk about what I was doing more next. But your speeches don't have to be the same. When I make these examples, I'm just trying to think of many ideas and show you a lot of different ways to do it, to think about it. Hopefully, so you get some good ideas too. Anyway, let's take a look at the next part and hopefully get a little bit more good advice. Are you ready?
Key words. Today's topic asks whether it's important to be friendly and outgoing in business. Number 1. Factor. Factor is one of the things or parts that are necessary for a good result. For example, to win a soccer game, speed is one of the most important factors. Other factors are agility, teamwork, intelligence, effort, and practice. These are all factors that are necessary for a successful soccer match. Efficiency. Efficiency is the ability to do something without using many resources or making very little waste when working. For example, maybe you dream of driving across the country. If your car goes through the desert and you still have a lot of gas, that's good efficiency. You can keep going. If you drive across the sea and still have a full tank, that's good efficiency. Keep going. You can drive to the big city too, and if you still have a full tank of gas, that's a very efficient car. Finally, I mentioned the word rapport. Rapport means a friendly, understanding, and positive relationship. This word is usually used in a professional scene with coworkers or customers. You don't say the T at the end of the word. It's pronounced rapport. 3 points. Today I want to talk about 3 things that you should think about when you're practicing, because if you can use them, the quality of your speeches may improve. The first point is speech structure. When you speak, you have to follow a good order, logically starting by introducing your idea and then following with statements related to what you said before. It's important that everything in your speech be related to the topic. Here's what I mean. Looking at today's speech, we see how I began with a clear introduction and gave a reason. Then I followed that with a logical conclusion and continued talking about the topic, giving details and examples until the end. That's a good order. Also, notice that I always talked about the topic. When I mentioned communicating well and working together efficiently, that's related to good communication and positive relationships. Then I mentioned good relationships and good rapport, and of course, these terms are related to positive relationships and being friendly. And again, at the end, I mentioned friendly staff, which is also related to being friendly. All my points throughout the speech are related to the main idea, to the topic. For point number 2, I want to talk about simile. A simile is a kind of comparison using the word like. For example, if I say, "Your eyes are like the sun," this is a simile. Maybe you've heard of metaphor. If I said a metaphor, I would have said, "Your eyes are the sun." Both of these statements create a comparison that makes a bigger point, that your eyes are bright and beautiful. I used a simile in my speech when I said that Business is like a team sport, similar to basketball or soccer. But I also completed the comparison by explaining how they're similar. You may think it's too hard to use, but you should understand it because the TOEFL uses a lot of simile in readings and listening. Finally, for point 3, I want to talk about sentence variety. There are many ways to say the same idea in English, so you should try to show that you can use variety in your speech. This time I used the pattern not only but also. It just means and, but there's more nuance of emphasis, and it's used to make your point very clear. If I were speaking in a normal way, I could have said, businesses must have good relationships among team members and customers. But in my speech, I said, businesses must not only develop good relationships among team members, but also good rapport with customers. It sounds stronger, richer, and clearer. When you can make a speech that includes all these strengths, you'll impress your listener. Give it good structure, use some simile, and a bit of sentence variety, and the audience will love what you do. Next question. Some people believe that we should not discuss the private activities of celebrities, like movie stars and singers. Do you agree or disagree with this view? Keep practicing. If you try enough of these questions on your own, you will keep getting better and better. Everyone, you're going to be excellent.
And that's the end of today's lesson. Any questions? I'm sure you must have a lot of questions. Please don't be afraid to ask. I would like very much to be able to help you out. Also, I know that everyone who watches these videos must have a lot of different ideas about how to answer these questions, so please leave a comment below. I'm sure that it will start an interesting conversation and maybe help out a lot of other students too. And please, make sure you push the like button for this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Then come back and watch the next one too. Keep practicing. If you're looking for good English practice, there's a lot more coming. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Thank you.